from the 47 now on first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
22 yards there, a first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set, puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Cowboys are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Draw play, Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that and all Week 2 games as we go along. Touchdown, Washington! And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And some space here.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Gibson again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Kyle Pitts.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Williams loses the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown.
Terry McLaurin from 21 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Commanders 21, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys make over 3rd and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On play action, Prescott. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Room here to run. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 114 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. A give to Gibson running right. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Sly able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here this half. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott.
Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Huntley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing, Prescott.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Looking to throw.
Huntley got a man. It's Gibson, complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Huntley. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Play action now, Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
The 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw it. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Bulldozes past him, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
There he goes left side. 20, 10.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
From From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Prescott.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Huntley to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Let's go now.
What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the 4th quarter. That's how you offer a late comeback and get a win.
So for the Commanders,
it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it.